sucks more than working hard on a batter, trying to get him out, and then giving up a walk. Because that's just a wasted pitch right there. You want to make sure you get your outs. She's one of my favorites.
She is?
What are you talking about?
He probably knows. She's been in the business forever.
I don't even know what y'all talking about. I don't even want to know.
Camera coffee. Well,
Exactly. That's what happens when you get some adolescent boys around you.
All that testosterone.
Building up and building up, ready to pop.
you're gonna watch this film 20 years from now and be like, wow, good times.
Looks like Joseph is going to lead off the bottom of the fourth. And what seems to be either a 3-0 or 4-0. Some confusion as to what the score is, what runs actually counted. Joseph leading off the bottom of the fourth. He jumps on the first pitch that he sees on the line. Oh,
How's that a foul?
usually on a play like that, if they see the third baseman make contact with the ball, it will be ruled fair.
That should be fair.
That looked like a fair ball to me.
It looked like it was fair when it went over the base, but it's hard to tell when you have one ump, one official. Very hard to tell, but it's a good piece of hitting by Joseph.
Oh, wow. Good eye.
Laying off the pitch in the dirt. Don't pitch what's not in your wheelhouse. Don't hit what's not in your wheelhouse.
I thought it was a batter's box.
No, wheelhouse is like your swing zone. Like what can you?
I get it. It's like a round.
This one foul. This one foul. A 1-2 to Joseph. 1-2 count. Definitely behind in the count.
You know, both Fridays I came to the game here, it was windy like this.
It's been windy the last couple days. You would think now in May, almost going into late May, as he lifts one into left center. The outfielder. Just a great grab. That's what happens. You practice, you get that pitch that comes to that ball that comes your way, you make the play. That's baseball.
Well, if they was to win,
Left field and center field have been doing a great job of catching those routine flyouts that you gotta make. You just gotta make those plays, and it's good to see young guys making those plays. As Tony, comes to the plate.
No, that was like Matthew.
Matthew.
That's Matthew.
Matthew number 24. Oh man, I hope they have a playoff game in Juniper. Have you ever been to Juniper Valley Park? You need a permit for those fields. Those are nice fields, fenced off.
Across the street by Playgrounds?
No, it's in
We got some nice fields over there. Like 83rd, right?
It's near Maspeth.
Oh, my Maspeth. Oh, no, I know what you mean.
Great field. Once my cousin had a game there, but the other team don't show up, but we still had the field. Played there for 2 hours. Just tossing, doing some BP. Just a nice field, and they watered it down.
In person, Harry?
Oh, BP, batting practice.
Oh,
He got
Well,
low.
Matthew took the walk.
He's jogging.
And we have one out runner on first.
One out, runner at first. Bottom of the fourth. Tony up to the plate. They still have.
If you remember correctly, Tony had a hit last time up, right? Stole a base, made it to third.
I think he might have had a run. Hopefully he can move that runner as he fouls that off behind. Going into the majors now. Looks like the St. Louis Cardinals are still the best team in baseball. They got a really solid record. The Mets will be facing the Cardinals sometime late June. The Mets have been struggling as of late with the sweep by the Cubs. So they have to figure some things out to get there. Oh, as one goes, oh, good snap. Ooh. He still made the play, the third baseman, unaware of what's happening.
Well, you know, Tony slowed down.
Tony
There was no reason why he shouldn't have made it to first base.
Supposed to slow down.
In every sport you play, kids out there, you hustle, you give, as Mr. Washington says, 110% every play. Because you never know when the play is over. And that's one of the cases where running to first, always hustle the first. And you should especially hustle the first, given that you can overrun first base.
Exactly.
So you could give it all you got, because you won't be called out unless you look like you're about to turn. So poor base running by Tony that play, as the pitcher pickoff's attempt
Give him the ball.
to Matthew at second. Javier up at the plate, a runner in scoring position. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Hopefully we can knock this runner in. Like I said, you can never get too ahead in a baseball game. He deals. Oh, always wrong. You never know when a play can be called fair. Still some gusts of wind starting to pick up a little bit as we come later into the game.
Ooh.
Oh! Javier gets drilled in the back by a pitch that hit him right on his number.
Is that like taking a charge?
No.
It's like taking a hit by the pitch.
No, I don't need the sarcasm.
No. That's exactly correct.
I was just like making like a...
It's like a 40 to 60 mile per hour ball hitting you in the middle of your back.
And some players have gone through the unfortunate circumstance of even being hit on the face. It happened to Giancarlo Stanton in last season's game against
I think the worst
Brewers.
is the fingers.
Oh yeah. Like I said earlier, the ball gets there in less than a second. Sometimes you freeze up and you cannot move out of the way. 2 outs, bottom of the fourth. Anthony, a runner on first and second. He hits a drill right down the line.
Go!
Oh, as he gets past the fielder.
The helmet.
He runs so...
Go!
He runs like he should be on Looney Tunes. Anthony! Corre, papa! Corre, papa!
He must have hit the sweet part of the bat. Did you hear that sound when it hit?
That was just a good pop. You always want to hit the ball with the barrel of the bat. Make good contact. It was a nice line drive. Hopefully Brian can knock him in. Brian, to my knowledge, has not had a hit yet this season.
Are those stats correct?
I'm pretty sure he's, I don't know if he had a hit last game. It could be.
You have to talk with him right
But
now?
I have not talked with him. As he makes contact and looks like Looks like he can successfully reach first.
Just as you made that announcement,
He got a hit. Hopefully,
got himself a single.
he got out of a fluke.
RBI single.
RBI single. Nothing is more encouraging. Nothing lifts your spirits more than an RBI single.
Now, Josiah, if you want to relate that to basketball, it'd be like someone 0 for 5 goes to the free throw line, gets their first basket, sort of gets them in that rhythm.
Yeah. As Isley jumps on the first pitch, the shortstop going straight to second to get the third out.
I think like cornbread. I know what that would be. Like, damn.
See, a lot of things happen where a batter will be in a situation where he can help his team and he can't make the play, but you want to leave what happens at the batter's plate and then do what you have to do on the field. A lot of players can make the mistake of carrying that over into the defensive act and make an error, and it can cost them, you know. And since Isley is pitching, we hope that he can just get over that little hump, make sure he can strike out his hitters, get outs, and just do his job. I was actually watching a YouTube video the other day, and with third basemen, we're not seeing this a lot with Daniel. When you throw from third and even from short, you want to follow through with your throw because you don't want to throw. You want to carry your momentum to first base. Mm-hmm. And we see Daniel just throwing on his feet. You want to have some momentum. See here, see if he can do it. He's just a little bit stationary out the door. You want to follow your throw because you want your throw to have as much of your body into it and not just your arms when you throw, because you want to preserve your arm throughout the whole game and in the long term throughout the season. So you want to get your ground ball, throw it, and then follow it. So your momentum is just going to first. I didn't even know that, to be honest. So I was glad I bumped into that video so I could change how I feel as an infielder.
Oh, Harry, what position do you normally play?
I normally do play third. I love third base.
What is it about third base that you love?
I think what I love about third base more was probably the people I saw play third base when I was growing up watching baseball. Some of my favorite third basemen, obviously we know David Wright, but some of the throwbacks are like third basemen like Scott Rowland, Chipper Jones, Mike Lowell, who was a veteran at the position, master. These people just played the game at that position just so perfectly, defensively and both offensively. As the other team has someone warming up in the bullpen, hopefully to limit some runs going late into the game. This is the top of the fifth, so hopefully let's pick and chase. Solid throw and follow through. I'm gonna wait for another one. See, I try to do one hand. You always try to go with two hands when you field the ball. Make sure you get that sure, clean grab. It may have to do with the fact that I'm wearing a uniform and not as agile.
Right three.
Ozzy going around the horn on another strikeout.
Can you be a back catcher?
I love baseball. I wish I could play.
What kind of skills do you need to be a back catcher, Harry?
Oh, to be a back catcher? Well, obviously you need to have strong legs, of course, because you're in a squatted position for most of the game. So you want to be in a squat position and not feel like you're tired or getting lethargic out there. So you want to have strong legs. Obviously strong arms because you're throwing runners who can potentially steal second and third. Definitely it's in the arms and legs, as is for any position, because baseball there's some running involved to get to the ball. You also want to have what's called a good pop time. A pop time is when the catcher, when a runner is running the steal, you want to have a catcher be able to pop quickly from a squatter position into a throwing position so that he can quickly get the runner out as best he can. And also, not more of a skill than anything is good hand-eye coordination. Follow through those pitches, have good reaction speed so you can block a ball that's out of the zone. So definitely you want to be a strong catcher because that's where the game's at. Pitching to the catcher. You want to have a catcher who can field well and good reaction time, because sometimes you need a catcher who can catch a quick foul ball that's looped or a bunt. You definitely want to have good eye-hand coordination, good legs, good arms.
Like number 18 has a pretty slow swing.
Yeah, what I've been noticing a lot with this other team is they're not really doing the fundamentals of how to swing a bat. You know, you want to have your knees slightly bent. You know, you want to be in a comfortable, natural position. You want to step into your swing. A lot of these hitters aren't.
Elbows down, elbows up.
You want to have your elbows down, not too up, because if you have it too up, you kind of like, what's it called? You golf at the ball, and you want to have a level swing. You want to have your knuckles facing away from you when you're holding the bat. And you just want to rotate through your swing. Your swing power not just comes from your arms, but a lot from your hip rotation and your legs. It comes from the ground up. So it's these basic things. He's off the base. He's off the base.
Right.
Got him.
Oh, you got him. You hit him?
Basically just playing like go home.
Yeah, it's the basic things, and they can make a difference. Imagine if you can step into a pitch, have the nose of the bat lead through your swing as you swing through the zone. It can make differences, and it's just the basic things. Nothing beats good skill level like good fundamentals. That's where it starts.
Big as a hole, they going home.
Yeah, not much of an effort, as they will bring a new pitcher, number 7, into the bottom of the 5th inning. It was still a shutout game.
Which position is most intimidating to play?
The position most intimidating to play. Well, that's hard to say because a lot of different positions have their challenges. You know, there's obviously some of like the lead positions, one would say, where you have the captain of the outfield, the center fielder, the captain of the infield, the shortstop. Then you have your pitcher who starts the game off, starts the play by dealing it to home plate. But, for example, and the catcher who's catching those pitches. But, like, for example, third base is called the hot corner because most batters are right-handed, and they pull the ball. And so in most cases, the ball will go to the third base, shortstop side of the infield. But any position can be intimidating. Probably the most intimidating time is to be at your debut in any position. Because the nerves can sometimes get the best of you.
Tighten up.
You tighten up. You don't breathe as well. You start to forget the little things that got you there. But every position has its challenges, as in any sport. Every position, every role player has their job.
Let's talk about quality of gloves.
Ooh, a lot of players right now are definitely into the pro stock leather, which is like good high quality leather. They last longer. A lot of players are into name brand gloves like Wilson A2000.
What are we expecting to spend on those type of gloves?
Oh, these gloves can average at minimum $100 to maybe $200, $250. These are expensive gloves because they're higher quality leather. And I like comparing a good glove to a good pair of shoes. You want to have a good pair of shoes that are premium leather so they last longer. Same goes for your glove. You want to buy a good leather so that you buy a glove that lasts long and that you break it in properly. And like a good glove, like any good shoe, can last 10, even 15 years if you take good care of it. So you want to have good quality glove, and the best thing that kind of improves that is how one maintains their gloves, the maintenance.
Now, what do you need to do when you first purchase a glove?
Break it in.
Well,
How do you break it in?
How do you break it in? A lot of players will do is obviously they'll use a mallet to kind of like form a pocket in their glove. They'll use oil in their glove to kind of loosen up the leather and create shape. Vaseline. I haven't heard that one, but hey, it's a type of oil, so I imagine it works. People will put a softball or a baseball in their glove, wrap it to create that pocket.
And what is this pocket you're talking about?
The pocket is kind of like, there's the webbing of the glove, and then there's like that area under it, and it's like how the pocket is how you would normally catch the ball, and it feels comfortable. It feels right, basically, is the right way of saying it. It feels right when you catch it. A lot of players nowadays, they'll go to a batting cage and through the pitching machine, they'll just catch it there because the ball comes at a good speed and it just really breaks in your glove. But yeah, breaking in your glove is important because when you buy a new glove, especially these pro stock leathers, they sometimes come a little stiff. They're a good quality leather, but they need shape. So a lot of players will do many of these different techniques of breaking their glove.
Now, what about bats?
A lot of people sometimes, I don't think there's any way of breaking in a bat, but there's a way of making yourself comfortable with the bat, I guess you could say. A lot of players sometimes put pine tar on their glove to give their bat, pine tar on their bat to give it a little bit more grip. They'll also put tape around the handle where they'll hold the bat so that it has increased grip.
Aye, Irvin. Aye.
That's pretty much in as the pitcher stares down first. And he's safe. I mean, to be honest, UCHS is my school, but I'm kind of disgusted with the sportsmanship. You just gotta respect the other team, you know, because you don't want to face a better team than you when they do the same thing. As we have some intruders onto the field, kind of unaware of the game that's happening right before their very eyes. Bottom of the fifth or sixth, fifth, I think, as Gene, who had that shot into left field, he's really feeling his bat today as he lays off the pitch way out of the zone. I think we're in the bottom of the fifth. Well, in a normal major league game, there are 9 innings, but usually when in high school or like Little League baseball, you'll see 7-inning games.
Irv Gotti with the steal.
Big fella.
Way to go, Irv Gotti!
That's been the killer this game. Pitchers unable to hold their...
I already made that joke.
Group chat?
Not because like Josiah
tell the joke?
said like, "Are you my friend, Irvin?" And Josiah was like, "You're like 16 friends." And like, what? And I was like, "That's a group chat right there." Like every time you like text him. Yeah, the wind is definitely picking up. One could use a light jacket or a light sweater. The little whirlwinds of dust are still out there this game. Might affect one's vision. You want to have dust getting into your eyes, especially in allergy season. One could be already irritated. But we have a runner on second, Irvin with a hefty lead. And he steals. And a wild pitch. He gets into third safely. That was Jose. Irvin! Gene with a runner on third.
Oh, they got
No outs.
Mm.
Oh, I think that might have got him. The second hit by pitch today in the game.
Who was that?
Thank goodness it was two different pitchers because I believe after 2 hits,
Yeah.
Jackson.
You will be I'm not sure how it works in the high school,
I believe it's 2 pitches.
but they might ask for a pitching change, yes. Yeah. After a first hit by pitch, ump will issue a warning. Even if it's accidental. But the worst thing is when pitchers are doing it intentionally. It just takes away from the game. It takes something from being fun to being a little too aggressive, a little too personal.
And normally there's some retaliation from the other pitcher
Obviously,
when that
yeah.
happens.
Sometimes in the majors, you'll see someone intentionally hit a batter, and then the next time they face them, they'll go after another player. And it's sad because a lot of youngsters watch this, and they look up to these ball players. And to see that take the game to a level where it's not to be taken is pretty sad. As there are runners in second and third as Gene steals second. The delivery off the plate outside. I just wanted to let you guys know that yes, I am a senior. I will be graduating.
Where are you going?
I will be going to Queens College. As the wild pitch, he runs and steals home. Great heads-up play by Irvin to see that the catcher couldn't get that cleanly. But I will be going to Queens College. It is a D2 baseball team, baseball division. So I might get back into baseball. Might help me health-wise, slim down a little.
a little.
Lay off that arroyo con pollo, right?
Arroz con pollo.
Just stay from 19 and walk everywhere.
Yeah, I will be commuting. It's an hour commute. So I hope late 2015, 2016 doesn't give us the snow we had earlier this year, because that could lengthen my commutes, make it difficult. But in time, we'll see how things turn out. Oh,
By Long Island.
he gives a good cut. But I will eventually be transferring out. I don't know where yet, because I want to get the dorm experience, learn how to be on my own. Everyone should have that experience. You get to learn more about yourself. Have some fellow classmates here who will be dorming and be experiencing that. You guys like to share what college you're going to, your name?
Harvard.